the kingdom of heaven is like, it's like a man who lived in a certain house, and the rent was $400. When he moved into this house, like, I don't know, like 8 years ago, and the rent was like grandfathered in to the times and seasons, and the price has stayed the same, right? And then a new landlord comes along and buys up the house. He buys the house. Once he buys the house and it's his land, it's new rules, new regulations, and the rent goes up. So when the rent goes up, it's no longer $400 a month. It's now $1,000 a month. It's like $1,000. The kingdom of heaven is like, it's like being promised to rule earth 8 years ago, when the landlords were corrupted and they were selfish, greedy, and evil. And then, you know, like 8 years later, things have changed to where these people who had these promises in life for other people, well, they're on their way out. So it's not going to last the way it was promised, because it was promised by the old landlord. He was charging $400 a month, and now the price, the ante went up. And if you're not, well, you have no choice, because it ain't like you can stay there and still pay the same amount of rent 8 years later. It's like the new landlord comes along, and the tenant's like, "But what? I'm only paying $400. That's what my landlord said. That's what I signed. That's what he promised me. I'm only paying $400. I'm not paying anymore." And it's like, well, yeah, but see, look here, Goliath. We own the land now. I mean, technically, we always owned it. We're just taking it back. So you're either going to have to pay $1,000, or you're going to have to get up out of here. All right, Steve? I mean, all right, tenant? And then that's when the tenant starts getting really abruptly angry. So that's what the kingdom of heaven is likened to.